Zebra fucking Katz.
For those who might not know you, how would you describe who Zebra Katz is, and what parts of your background and experiences have shaped you as an artist?
Who is Zebra Katz? I would have to say Zebra Katz as a part of my on-stage identity that kind of grew when I was studying in college. I went to Eugene Lane College in New York City, and I studied theater. And during my senior thesis piece, I wrote a one-man show, and Zebra Katz was one of the characters within this show. And that was in 2007, and it's kind of grown ever since then. But I didn't really get my big break as Zebra Katz until a designer named Rick Owens and Michelle LeMay decided to put my song I'm a Read on the runway for 12 minutes during Paris Fashion Week. And then after that, I received my first interview in the New York Times, and that's kind of when it all started for me back in 2011.
Fall back from 10 and catch your breath, please. Been there, yeah, bitch, I did that.
Your work is unique and crosses many genres. How has your style evolved over the years?
My style kind of is like the weather or like the moon, I would say. It's just been a journey, something to say. I mean, I would say my style was very minimal at first. I don't know, like what I wear on stage has kind of grown, and I think sonically my style has kind of evolved. I had a lot of influences growing up in South Florida, and then, you know, being someone who was heavily immersed in musicals and plays, and growing up with a Caribbean upbringing, I kind of had a lot to pull from and a lot to be inspired by. So that's kind of how my sound kind of evolved over the last few years, and I think it kind of changed with, you know, when I first started making music in 2011, I never thought that the songs that I would make in the comfort of my own bedroom would be performed live on any stage. So there was a lot of adapting that needed to be done, or adjusting that needed to be done in order for me to get to where I am now.
Your work addresses themes like power and identity. What do you hope audiences take away from your performances, and how do you see your role in shaping cultural conversations?
As far as what the audience takes away from my live shows, I just kind of hope they come with an open heart and leave with a heart that's full, and that I hope that if there's any messages within the music or any motives or themes within the performance, that they can relate, and if not, that my performance helps them or gives them a glimpse into what it's like to be me. And what was the other part of the question?
How do you see your role in shaping these cultural conversations?
I think I had a pretty significant role in shaping the conversation as far as otherness in hip-hop music in the like in 2012. But I think language has changed so much since then, and that like there's no longer a glass ceiling. I feel like if I was the first to do anything, then I feel like where we are today, there's tons of people who are doing exactly what I do and way more successful without any of the genreization or sexualization or genderization of like who I am. So yeah, I think if you know, then you'll kind of be able to understand a little bit more about my journey and what space I held and what space I take up as a musician and an artist.
Earlier today, we were chatting a bit about your future plans. Is there anything you'd like to share with us? And I mean, what's next for Zebra Katz? Should we expect any release soon?
Well, yes, I hope so. My last release was during the great pandemic of 2020 on March 20th, and I think after, you know, mustering up a lot of time and energy in this industry, I was really looking forward to that release, and then the release came and the world shut down for a couple of years, but now we're back and I'm touring the Less Is More album. I'm also working on a mini documentary, so I've been doing a lot of video recording and filming in hopes of giving people a deeper look into my identity, who I am, and how I go about my day-to-day, because I don't think I let that many people into my life. So this will give a lot of people a glimpse, so to say, of what I'm doing. So yeah, new record, hopefully next spring. And then I'd like to also present a new live tour, a new live show, because I've been touring more or less the same show with or without a DJ for the last decade plus, 12 years now. So yeah, I want to, you know, probably perform on more theater-like shows and do some more things in art museums. And yeah, I don't know. I think the world is my oyster. I just kind of have to dig back in.
I don't know why I do it. I'm just doing me, boo. Torino, how you doing tonight? Good. Good. Come a little closer. I want to feel you, you know? Come a little closer. I dare you to. I triple dog dare you to. My name is Zebra Katz. Zebra fucking Katz, if you nasty. And I'm excited to be here in Torino again for my second time here at Rick Owens. Let's get it.